Back in 1974, Ciudad Juarez only had two currencies, American dollars and human silence. If you didn't have the first, you had damn well better learn the second. I was a federal agent in a town where the law ended right where the shadow of a cactus began. My name is Mateo Castillo, and this is a morning I will remember for the rest of my days, assuming I live to see tomorrow. At the 45th kilometer mark on the highway headed towards Mexico City, there sat a Ford 600 series truck, bright orange, matching its cargo. Oranges were spilled all over the asphalt, and in that 40-degree heat they had already begun to ferment. The smell was intense enough to make your teeth ache, but when I approached the truck bed, a blast of cold hit me right in the face. A real frost-filled wind right in the middle of hell. My assistant, a young kid named Paco, went white as a sheet. We yanked back the canvas tarp. Hidden beneath a layer of fruit were massive blocks of ice, 3 cubes, perfectly square, transparent as high-end glass from a Mexico City jewelry shop. And inside them, people, 3 men, expensive watches, silk ties, no signs of a struggle, nothing but hoarfrost on their eyelashes. Who can deliver a ton of ice into the desert and keep it from melting? There aren't any reefers in Juarez that can do that, at least not legal ones. In the pocket of one of the frozen ones, Paco found a business card for the Hotel Paso del Norte. But something else was more interesting. Around the neck of each victim hung a strange tag. Not a cartel's gold chain, but a U.S. Army dog tag, blank, no name, no serial number. At that exact moment, a black Chevrolet pulled up. Out stepped a man I knew all too well, the chief of police for Juarez, Colonel Vasquez. He didn't even glance at the bodies. He simply said, "Mateo, forget about the ice. Write it up, accidental, transportation of illegals, heat stroke." I looked at the massive ice block, which had just begun to melt, and then back at Vasquez. Heat stroke? Inside a cube of ice? I didn't listen to Vasquez. By evening, I was at the Paso del Norte. The concierge was shaking so hard he looked like he'd spent an hour in the freezer himself. He told me these 3 had booked the entire 4th floor, but another man had paid the bill, a man who arrived in a car with diplomatic plates. I went up to room 404. The door was unlocked. Inside it smelled of expensive tobacco and ozone. On the table sat a single object, an old cassette recorder. I pressed play.
Today is September 14th. I found the bodies in the truck. Vasquez is trying to kill the case. If you are hearing this, it means I am already dead.
But here's the thing. I never recorded that cassette. I hadn't even had time to get back to the precinct yet.